Ladies and gentlemen, this is our day 11 update. I've had no water added to this one, and this one in 6 days. Sorry. I have these that I just made about 3 days ago. So those are full currently. This is the current water level. All right, I'm still waiting for cilantro to sprout, and I will mention that I packed all of these pretty tight. I'm testing different things at different times. I also have a little bit of fertilizer in this just so it can soak in, because obviously there's a reservoir. This is just literally a small cap full of Epsom salt into 60 ounces of water. I've also put the Epsom salt fertilizer in here because this is also densely packed with seeds. I have different set of seeds, but I actually also have individual pots inside the giant pot. So this pot has dill, this pot has cilantro. That one's thyme, and then there's some lavender on the back end and some spicy greens here and wild greens. You can flip that around. I have the bonsai, which has the electroculture on the inside. Again, the soil has a high charcoal mix. It's not too high, it's about 20 to 30%, just because I didn't want to water it as often. I have most of these in my storage unit. So once all of this is set up and it's growing, I want to actually see how little I can water it. This is a drain pot. This is a sealed pot, right? But I have a lot more surface area, so it's more air. And these are the containers. Now, let's fast forward to the container I'm actually working on. So this is soil that I had from maybe about 6 years ago. I'm not really too sure. This has a lot of perlite in it. I'm not sure what the mix is at this point, but it really wasn't working. It turned out dry really fast. So I have cocoa chips, I have some biochar. This is essentially from just a jar, right, to the rock and charcoal layer, which is the reservoir, and we have the electroculture. Now, what the electroculture does is, with the zinc and copper tied together, it actually induces electrolysis on a small scale, which helps to purify the water. Then you step up to where it interacts with the soil. So at that medium, this is where the reservoir, as the temperatures change inside the jar, the water will evaporate through the soil, so it keeps it damp. All right, obviously it goes all the way to the top, and then you have some electroculture in there, and this is essentially what you would have at the end. Now this one has a center core, which is where the plant would go. This helps with that convection, but I have obviously more space in this. These are the ones that I'm going to be raffling off essentially. These you would have to water more often than this, but this will still work for any application. And I have a bunch of coffee jars that I'm trying not to just throw away. But here we are. This is always like this. Now, obviously when there's a plant in here, you would be filling this, but the whole concept is once this finally goes dry, it would actually retain and collect enough moisture to keep your plant alive. So you end up not having to water it as often. It's also very decorative, as you can see. I have multitudes of designs and different ways that I can make this. This is only version 1. Version 2 has a better way to actually water it, because what happens here is as you pour water, it takes some time to irrigate. So they're actually supposed to be pipes that separate some of the sections and do some of the actual work in terms of keeping the biome inside the jar as balanced as possible. And this is where we are.